Hello, everyone. I'm Rezvan.
And I'm Steven.
And it's Cardboard Collection.
I just realized we're wearing the same stuff we wore in the last video. That's because we did the how to play, played the game, and now we're doing the review. We played it a handful of times, but we thought it'd be fun to play it again since we put it out, and then, do the review. So, yes, maybe back to back we're wearing the same stuff.
It was so cool. We opened it already, that game. We don't play.
That's true. You had it out and you had to play it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. This is Wyrmspan, right?
Yeah.
From Stonemaier Games. It's for ages 14 plus. It's for 1 to 5 players, and it takes about 90 minutes. I think it might have taken us about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Maybe a little bit more. Your last turn sometimes takes a lot of time. The last couple plays.
I think sometimes it's more spent for thinking what you want to do next.
Yeah. If everyone has their turn down and they know exactly what to do, it goes really fast. But also closer to the end, you slow down because you're thinking a lot. But all right, let's go ahead and do this. All right, so I have my handy dandy thing right here so we can go through it. So the theme of the game, what the game is about, I would say the theme of the game is Dragon Preserve Building. I think I put reserve, but Dragon Preserve Building. So you're trying to collect up dragons, but you have to kind of build out the caves and entice the dragons to come to your caves and make sure they're fed and all that kind of stuff. So I would say it's a dragon preserve building, right? That's what you're doing, right? You're this little explorer guy and you're trying to get all your little dragons in. You're trying to have the best dragon preserve. All right. Mechanics. So, I put mechanics is how the game plays. So I put card management because you got to think about which cards you want to put out.
Yes, it's a so hard, so cool, so easy. All of them together. Just you have a lot of cards and you have to think, if I put this first, it's give me that ability and this and It's so cool. Play with the card in this game, special because it's have 2 type of the cards.
Yeah, you have your dragon cards, right?
Checkers.
And then you have your, I guess I can put it right here. Then you have your cave cards, right? You have 2 different cards you have to kind of put down.
That's one of the best part of that, play with the cards.
Yeah. But yeah, I put card management and then I put engine building because you'll find with this game how you set your cards down and when you set them down. Not when, that wouldn't be as much engine building, but how you set your cards down. And so when your guy explores, you can do this, then that, then this, then that, and this. And then you put that down and this gives you this. And then you move on that one and it lets you do this and grab one of these. So I would...
Match all this.
Yeah.
In 1 second, you think about this, and this.
Yeah. So, engine building, my love, is kind of where you put things together. So on one of your turns, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. You build it up. You have to build your engine.
Exactly. In that time, when you play your card, I wanted to say this. When you play your card, exactly in that second, you think about it, okay? Or your turn. You work in your turn. You think about it, okay, if I'm doing this, what happened to here? What's happened to there? What's happened to here? To know...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's fun. So
I love this game because of this.
Yeah. So the mechanics, hand management, engine building, the ease of teaching, ease of play. I also always do ease of learning when I'm talking about ease of teaching, ease of play.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get through. Let's see. I do have it over here right off screen. Rezvan and her yawns. You have 19 pages to go through, but some of that talks about solo. No, it doesn't talk about solo play. You have 19 pages, but it's pretty quick to get through, so it's pretty easy to learn. It's easy to teach someone how to go through stuff, especially because almost everything you need to know is kind of on your player board. Exactly. You can kind of run through
everything in front of you.
Yeah.
Look like you have one rule book here. Everywhere it tell you information about what you have to do. Yeah?
Yeah. So when you're teaching it, you can teach it really quick. Say, these are your moves. Even when you're at the end of the round, you're teaching the end of the round, it has all the symbols. You just follow left to right, top to bottom.
Yes.
Right? You just go through everything. It tells you kind of what to do. Top to bottom, left to right actually is kind of how it's set up there. But I would say ease of teaching, ease of play. It's really easy to teach and play. We've had no problem teaching people how to play, so
No,
we can play.
never.
We are able to get it up and going pretty
Yeah.
quick. Replayability. How many times you can play it over and over again?
It's so hard question of me because Wingspan and Wyrmspan is going my favorite game after,
Yeah.
you know.
So
And recently it's my first favorite game and I love it.
yeah, Resvon loves Wingspan.
Yeah.
She loves Wyrmspan.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more, I think, in the closing. But what I would say is these are all the cards. This is after two players going through, 4 rounds, with us being pretty secure with how to play. We know how to get cards out when we need cards. We know how to grab cards to throw away cards to do something else.
Yeah.
We're pretty good at that. You still have a pretty big stack. So, I mean, double it. Let's say
Yeah.
you take away that much or a little bit more for a 4-player. There's more variety sitting there. And then not just that, you have behind them, and there are not as many, but they're also in thinner sleeves. You have all the cave cards, right?
Yeah.
Lots of cave cards to go through. So I have the replayability, your ability to play it over and over again,
Yes.
is really good. So really good for the
And
replayability.
it's special about that part, this card.
Oh, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
it's forever. It's have something new for you. Do
These-
you know? Forever it can be new. This game, I think every time we played it for now, it's changed. Oh, this, that.
Mm-hmm.
The cards change. In this turn, what do you have to do? In this turn, what do you have to do? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
think-
for these, your end round scoring, you have 10 of them and they're double sided. So you have 20, and you pick 4. So
Yeah.
you have a whole bunch of those, and
How
then
much time is mixed together? Yeah.
and then for the Dragon Guild board that you put in, or not the board, but the token or whatever you want you put down, you have 4 of those, right? And they're double sided. So you have 8, and you pick 1. So
8.
then you do the combinations of that combined with what cards you get. We've played games where people are tucking a whole bunch of cards underneath because everyone's getting dragons where you can tuck cards, or dragons where you can place resources on the dragon. You can cache resources. And you can see how to play. We did a how to play, which the video will be up before this one. So you can see how to play and you can understand some of these things. But there's different ways that you go about doing it. And this changes it a lot, what you're playing for in each one.
I like this dragon.
Resvon likes the little dragons. All right. So that would lead us actually, replayability really good, but leads us into production. So first off, artwork. It's amazing artwork.
Perfect.
It's really
love
great
it.
artwork. It goes from your cool kind of dragons. You just kind of look at them like, oh, that's a cool dragon, to your cutesy dragons. You have all your little hatchlings, which are little baby dragons. They're all pretty cute. So you get that. And all the artwork works together. The artwork on the boards are really nice. Artwork on everything else is really nice. The Dragon Guild and the cardboard and all that is really nice.
It's nice and easy. It's so hard. Do something. You know, a lot of things mixed together, but still it's going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Mix all these things together, but still it's art. Simple. Easy.
Oh, easy to read and understand. Yeah, it's easy to read the art and understand. It's easy to read the nomenclature and all that and understand.
Yeah.
The cards are a linen finish. A linen finish is kind of like the box where it kind of looks like clothes. The cards are all linen finish. We still sleeved them just because we sleeved Resvon's Wingspan, so we're going with slings. And the sleeves, the hardest thing to find are these 57 by 57 sleeves. That's why they don't match in thickness. I talk about that in the how to play. And I didn't want to get your regular cards and cut them in half. The game shop told me, oh, just get regular cards and just take a razor blade and cut them all in half. I found sleeves. They're just more like penny sleeves, where these are your normal like 100 millimeter or whatever it is sleeves. But the production value is really good. The cardboard's really good. The one thing I will say though is there's no insert, right? There's
What's mean no insert?
the thing that goes inside the box where everything goes in its place. They don't do that with Stonemaier. They try to be very or more eco-friendly. So it's kind of like you have all this stuff and you fit it in the box.
Yeah, I thought it's going. I'm moving like this because cartoon tried to jump on.
Yeah, cartoons attacking us.
I had an idea. Okay, when I open the box, it's going to be inside. That's look like a Wingspan. Yeah.
Well, it does look like the inside of Wingspan. She's thinking it's going to look more like, and it's up there to my right, her nesting box.
Yeah.
I think if they do more expansions of Wyrmspan, they'll eventually make a Wyrmspan nesting box. So, and like we said, now that we're talking about production, I talk about this in the how to play. I mean, these are all bonus stuff. So we got the extra components. Resvon's got her little neoprene mat.
Coin.
Yeah, but the base stuff's still good. It's too far over for me to reach. Yeah. They're coins, they're cardboard coins to represent a lot of this stuff. But it's still, the production's really good. So there's that. The last thing that we have on here.
Eggs too.
Yes, Resvon likes the eggs. And unfortunately, they sold out in a day. I wasn't quick enough to get the golden eggs. I'm hoping they'll put golden eggs out again. Wasn't quick enough to get golden eggs.
Yeah.
All right. So the value versus cost, or cost versus value. It should be cost versus value. So cost versus value. How much we paid versus what we get out of the game.
I'm okay about how much I'm paying.
Yeah. So if you get the standard version, the regular version, you go out and get it. $65. Most local game stores will probably sell it around MSRP, maybe a little less. A lot of the online stores or their local stores, a lot of them I've noticed, but they just have an online presence. You can usually get it for about $50. And from my understanding, is actually once it comes out. The reason we have a copy is because we pre-ordered from the actual game company. So we pre-ordered it. I just realized this like a week or two ago. A lot of people are waiting to get it and they haven't gotten their hands on it because we pre-ordered it. So it came out. So, but once it hits, I think mid-March, so it should be coming right up to when it starts hitting your friendly game stores and stuff like that. I heard mid-March. And this is the beginning of March at time of recording. So let's say $65. For $65, I think it's completely worth it. Right? I think
I'm way more than $65 with this game.
I think it's a really good cost versus value. I would say at this point, I think we've played it at least 4 times. We've had the game.
4? No, more.
I don't think more. I would say 4, give or take.
Is here.
Yeah, and then there's cartoon for the video. But if you look at $65, playing it 4 times, not a mathematician, keep that in your head. 4 times, that's $15 a play, a little over 15, let's say $17 a play, which I think is a little high. And then divide it by how many people are playing, 2 people playing. For me, that's value's really good. And also right now, a lot of people are excited about this game and they want to play it. And one of the things I would say, and this is for everybody who's played Wingspan and is checking out Wyrmspan or thinking about Wyrmspan.
Yes.
I read this on, I think it's the Facebook Wyrmspan group, or maybe it was the BGG Facebook group, but someone had asked, they said something like, I'm really into Wingspan. I'm thinking about picking up Wyrmspan. Should I? And one of the responses was just literally, Wingspan is checkers. It's easy. So, you know, checkers where you just move the piece around?
Yeah.
Wyrmspan is chess.
This part and something extra.
Yeah. Well, what they're saying is they're comparing the games. They're saying Wingspan is checkers. So you just skip over a person, take their piece. Where chess, you have all these movements you do, you know, the horse and the knight and everything. The argument is that Wyrmspan is more like chess. It's a little more, it's not as complicated as chess if that freaks you out. But if you compare the 2 games, Wingspan is very much simpler. Wyrmspan adds the caves. You can't put a dragon down unless you have a cave, which adds more depth to what you're doing. They've kind of spread out how you do things. But with that said, it's still a really good value game. If you like Wyrmspan, I would argue you're probably really going to like, if you like Wingspan, I keep mixing up the names of the games.
Yeah.
If you like Wingspan, you're probably really going to like Wyrmspan too.
Yes. The first time I seen the Wyrmspan, we didn't buy it before I seen a video about it. I thought it's the same, but it's not. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you, you have a new and cool experience after
Yeah. As
you buy
Resmond said,
Wyrmspan.
yeah, as Resmond said, she really likes both the games.
Yes.
And it's
Both
because
is my favorite.
yeah, it's because they're similar and they're different in how you play them.
Yes.
If you've played Wingspan, it'll be quicker to pick up Wyrmspan. If you haven't played Wingspan, you could still pick up Wyrmspan pretty quick. So, ending it off, I would say cost versus value.
Yeah.
It's well worth it. It's a really good cost versus value
Yeah.
connection or ratio there. And I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to say about Wyrmspan?
About Wyrmspan. Buy it, enjoy of that, and have fun.
Yeah.
Send me a message when you have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, hit those local stores, those local
I love them.
friendly local gaming stores, FLGs, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit those mid-March. I would pick this up, or hit up some of your favorite online retailers for it. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, and also I was just thinking about this. Maybe if we get enough comments, we can get Resvon to teach people how to play this in Persian.
Yes, yes, yes.
Or even teach people how to play Wingspan in Persian, because she does know how to play that one
One of
too.
my friends asked me, please make a video about the Wingspan because I want to know on Persian.
Yeah.
He said, we have here and I want to know what is this, and I it's make them excited because they bear watching, and it's make them excited about know what is that here.
All right, so give us enough comments. Hopefully we'll do it no matter what. This is a bad way to get comments, but give us some comments. Tell us what you think. Maybe we can get Resvon to do this one in Persian and Wingspan in Persian.
Yeah.
Right, and get it out there so all of our Persian watchers can enjoy the games. I know, like you said, Wingspan is in Iran. You can buy Wingspan in Iran.
Wingspan, yeah.
This one probably not, because it just came out. But I'm willing to bet in 6 months to a year, this one will be there too.
Yes.
But in Iran, the games are really expensive because they have to get shipped in. They have to pay lots of taxes and tariffs and stuff like that to get them in. But all right, I'm Steven.
I'm Resma.
And this is Cardboard Coalition.
Yeah.
Help us grow the coalition by
liking, commenting, and subscribing. And don't forget, when you hit the bell notification, you will see the first when we upload the video.
We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.